straight from Hope Ministry Sanctuary. Pastor Ralph here this early Sunday morning. Blessings to you all on this beautiful day that God had given to all of us today. I want to talk about the tragedy going on in the Middle East with Israel today. Listen to this quote. "For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. Out of all peoples on the face of the earth, the Lord has chosen you to be his treasured possession," unquote, in Deuteronomy 14:2. So how did the nation of Israel become the chosen people? Are they still the chosen people today as we speak, or have they been replaced by the Christian church? Why is the land of Israel itself so very important today? The history of Israel and their unique relationship with God is a rich and fascinating one that began in the Garden of Eden and continues to this very day. God is certainly not done with Israel. The coming of the Messiah and the birth of church did not end this relationship, but allowed all people from all the earth to enter into it in a way that had never been possible before. You see, from the earliest chapter of Genesis to the end of Revelation, we read how God planned to work through one family, one nation, from which the Messiah would emerge and all humanity could be restored to him. You see, how do we both the Old and the New Testament relate to the nation of Israel? How do they both relate to that? "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to every single one of us who believes, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile," in Romans 1:16. What Christians refer to as Old Testament Jews refer to as the Bible. We must also remember that when Jesus, Paul, and others quote Scripture, they were quoting the Jewish Bible. The prophets were Jews, and the apostles were practicing Jews, as was Jesus himself. It may be a strange thought to us, but Jesus, the Messiah, is still alive, is still acting on our behalf, and he is still Jewish. The tie between Judaism and church is undeniable, and historical attempts to make Jews out to be anything other than the chosen people, through whom the Messiah came to earth, is at best misguided and at worst satanic. The New Testament, then, is a fulfillment of the Old Testament and should be thought of as one consistent and related account of God's covenant relationship with the Jewish people, and how that relationship grew to include all people. So do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them, in Matthew